Okay, this reading is for Taurus. Now, last month, Taurus, you had a lot of new beginnings and personal growth, and you were being asked to express yourself. So let's see what happens this month. Okay, we're going to be using the Rider-Waite for the start of this month, and then we'll use the Numeracle to clarify. We'll still use the Numeracle spread. Okay, Taurus. What is happening for you? Taurus for May 2025. I'm going to jump out. Leave that there. Okay, here we go. Where's your head at this month of May? What's the root of all of this? Let's look at you. Okay. Interesting. Well, okay. Okay, Taurus. So, beginning of the month almost feels like you're picking up the pieces. You've had a bit of a win. It's not a very satisfactory win. It's sort of, you might have a grin on your face, but it's sort of temporal. Okay, beginning of the month, in your head, you feel like you've got new beginnings, that you are on a new journey, that you've got new experiences, and you don't really know what they will bring or entail. You just know that there's lots of new stuff happening. In amongst that, you're feeling a little bit like you're sort of treading water or having to secure your hold on something. But the root of all of this is about finding yourself and that pure expression of being complete. Okay, middle of the month, feeling a little bit like the hermit, on your own, not sure what the outcome will be. You've travelled a journey, an inner journey, into your own headspace, etc. And I mean, the root of all of that is that you have something to work out, that there is something that you have to process, because there are these sharp knives that are keeping you awake at night. So with a bit of reflection, you may be able to work out what this is. It's almost like he is looking down at this. But your headspace in the middle of the month is sort of saying, this is all right, I've got this. There's lots of opportunities here. I can move forward. I mean, these are all major arcana. So many major arcana in this reading. You've got 7s, 5s, 9s, 4, 1, 9 again, and 3. So, optimistically, in the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month, you feel like you've got a new journey. It's quite exciting and full of opportunity and potential. And at the end of the month, it feels like that you might have a bit of mastery over these cards. That's where your head's at. How you're really feeling is actually a bit of a struggle and a bit of mental aptitude and a bit of self-reflection, working out maybe who your friends are. But then the month leaves you celebrating, feeling quite comfortable and in control and loved. The root of all of this is that essentially at the beginning of the month, you're sort of leaving this Empress mode, delving deep into deep hurtful feelings and coming out the other side with a bit of a message or a knowledgeable understanding. So a bit of self-reflection would go very well here, and it being another 4 sitting nicely next to it. Okay, let's see what the Numeracle deck say. If we look at May's astrology, might be a focus on pleasure. So we've got some of that here, and creating a joyful lifestyle. So here, and it's time to connect with your desires and let go of limiting beliefs. So if that's the case, here are the desires for a new, interesting future with a lot of abundance and control, self-control, like as in you control the action, to quote a local Sydney or New South Wales park. The middle of the month is where you are feeling powerful. You've got this sort of rush and energy and enthusiasm in your mind, and you're quietly contemplating what you can do with that. You know, these nines are here straight under each other. There will be a bit of pain in upon that sort of self-reflection. You've got to dig deep, and there'll be some anxious moments, but at the end of the month you really come out the other side feeling quite joyful, quite magical, and full of new promise. But you will have to have that little quiet reflective time. Okay, let's ask the Number Oracle for some clarifying cards. Let's ask for 3. I'm going to cut them this way today. Yeah, nice. Okay, I think they work well. Just take the bulk of the deck away so that we can see this a little easier. So the Tarot card, very similar to the Tower card in a regular deck, but in this instance, you would read it like this. Seize the day. Make the most of the new opportunities and this feeling of freedom and excitement. You know, make sure you're armed and ready to rock. Setting yourself up is not a bad thing, you know. You've got to set yourself up for security and for success. And the root of this is you're looking for success and abundance and completion. So seize the day. This is a 0. 0 cards are amplifying cards. They amplify this 5 and 3. And 5 and 3 are great numbers. 3, the Trinity, etc. So seize the day. You know, when you seize that day, there are going to be some combustive moments. You know, it's going to feel like you're throwing some caution to the wind, putting a bomb under situations to make them change. And I guess the Chariot is like that. And again, another 0, 0, like it's saying to you, change, 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 change. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Big feelings, big feelings, big feelings. So I would say that this is the combustive change, but this is kind of where you end up feeling and reflecting on that massive change, that massive Tower moment. And your last card, 8s. And 8s are really about abundance, achievement, business, and authority. This person's achieving the climb. They're finally climbing out of that deep, dark hole. So I would say, oh, I've lost the little card. I would say that, you know, if you look at the numbers again, don't have any 8s here, but there was lots of 9s preceding this. The yellow is still really prevalent in this card, this row. So I would just say after this, seizing the day and pretty much putting a bomb under your world, you're going to have some success. You're going to climb out of it. You haven't completed the cycle yet. It's still an 8, but there's going to be so many opportunities and cause for celebration and the feeling of you've got this, that you're quite magical, that you have all of the skills that you need to pull this off. So, I mean, Taurus, this is pretty good. Let go of your limiting beliefs this month. Enjoy this joyful lifestyle, but don't forget to pause and reflect so that you can make some really good calculated decisions on your climb out of the current situation. All right, I like this reading. Okay, thank you, Taurus.